almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm talking really loud in the hallway of the hotel, so I'm going to tone it down a little bit. We plan to leave at 6 o'clock this morning because we are going to travel 275 kilometers, which will be our longest trek on the bike in one day without rock climbing before. And we're doing that just because we see the ability to hop just a little bit further and get to where we want to go instead of stopping at a midpoint that we don't care about. So we both said, let's just go the distance and get there. I've actually booked a hotel at the end, and we have to be there before 3 o'clock. They do activities and things like that, and if we want like the full advantage of the money we're gonna put down, we have to get there at 3 o'clock or earlier. You can see the weather now. It is definitely rainy. It's rainier than we've seen on the bike at any point. So we might end up starting with ponchos, I don't know. We waited for about an hour and the rain didn't go down. It's only kind of trickling now, but we put on our ponchos and we're just hitting the road because we got places to be. And hopefully the rain doesn't end up slowing us down too much. Cautious we will be, but yeah, this is our getup.
Looking sharp.
I think this journey's gonna be okay. Looks like the sunshine is trying to make its way out.
Traveling is fun, right? We've been driving for probably 2.5 hours or something. It's okay, it's just not fun. It's raining, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? You're getting all wet. We have really cheap ponchos too. We should probably have better rain gear.
Actually, I don't think these are very cheap. I remember we bought them a long time ago, and they've been through a good bit of rainforest already in the past, but apparently these speeds, it's not ready for these speeds. You are okay. Shredded.
Anything that's important is dry, so it's not that big of a deal. My bag is under here, it's pretty dry. All of our electronic gear is tucked into places that are like dry sacks or inside the bike, so whatever. My fingers were wrinkly though, look at that. Looks like I've been taking a bath.
Am I still waffling?
Yeah, but it's your skin.
Oh, it's my skin?
Yeah.
Weird. Today we're going to be going to Sukau. And Sukau is a city or a little speck in the jungle. We don't know. All we know is that we have a hotel reservation there, and our hotel likes to do river cruises. So we're going to go there and do a bunch of river cruises on this river that's right here. This is the longest river in Sabah. I would love to tell you that I can pronounce it, but I can't. It's like Kinabatangan, something like that, or Kinabatangan. Busy bridge. But this is the longest river here, and we'll be scooting around it. Not scooting, we'll be floating around in it later with various animals.
Really? There's animals?
Maybe. Maybe. Torturing myself, I don't really know. But the other day we did the limestone cliff, Batu Pangyo. Someone told us it's yo at the end. My legs are still pretty messed up from that, but we found another limestone cliff that's 40 meters. It's like 1/5. I'll be fine.
It's all stairs too, it looks like, and they look kind of steep to be real.
Like this, she said it's gonna take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This is gonna take a while.
Come on, girl, you can do this thing.
Let me just warm them up, and then maybe they'll cooperate.
The thing I don't understand is, like, both of us climbed the same thing, and like I got no problems.
You have rubber band muscles. I have thick, voluptuous muscles.
Is that what you're gonna call them? I think you got old lady legs.
I got old lady legs.
Made it to the top. Does anybody think Katie made it to the top? What do you guys think? Everybody place bets right now with your friends.
I see my friends.
Did anybody just lose some money?
Nah, I bet most people are like, yeah, she made it. People are coming from the other side, so I wonder if there's a whole nother way to get up here. But
There's actually an elevator over there, did you not see?
that's bullshit. I had to walk up some rocks. It wasn't that bad. I'd probably say that took under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was less than 10. So I feel pretty good even in my hindered state. But once the muscles warmed up, I couldn't feel the pain anymore, so that's good.
Have you seen the view?
I have seen the view. So I was at the store yesterday doing a little shopping, and I found this. All I know is this word about it, so I'm pretty sure Eric's not gonna like it. But other than that, I don't really know what's inside. I'm betting it's chips from the packaging and from the shakiness. But just want to get Eric's reaction to this labeling. What is going on there?
What is that? We got the poho, we got the fish. Beware, I like this part. Beware of imitation. Y'all want real babies in your chips. You don't want some of that non-real baby stuffs. Okay, there's some stuff on here that vaguely looks like tofu or beans and fish and meat, and said delicious flavor probably. It's Chinese, but the Japanese is kind of similarly written, so I kind of determined what it says. Okay, I'm not going to eat this. This is going to be. Oh, there's a comic strip on the back. Look at this.
Does it involve the baby?
I don't know what's happening here. There's some people watching TV. There's some people like at the beach, maybe.
Yeah,
And
some
then,
booty shorts.
I don't know what's
play
going
some
on
sports.
there. Okay. And then taking a selfie, like maybe while hiking. That's us in real life, dude.
Yeah, that is us in real life. Gonna reenact that one later.
I like how...
Yeah. All right, baby. See what you've got. That's a strong baby.
Oh, the air.
Don't do that. Oh my gosh. All right, let's switch.
This is an unwise purchase. I'd like to lay that out there right now. Katie's got the strap on her arm. There we go.
Okay, they look different than I thought already.
But you expected baby, so
Yeah.
odds were.
They're like little puffed chips.
I'm hoping for baby flavor and not fish flavor, but somewhere in between maybe.
I don't know what babies taste like.
I mean, imagine it.
What do babies taste like? Kind of tastes like corn nuts without any real good stuff.
So it's like the
Just a
texture.
very flat flavor. I would say that I don't feel like it's fish at all. And the way that this crunches is very strange. It's super condensed into the little bit.
I'm gonna bet that's baby flavor. It's not fish, there's only one other option.
Only the best babies beware of imitation.
I'm gonna break into the emergency raisins. Off in the distance behind me, you can see the bridge that we were standing on a little while ago, made the video about being on the river that we're gonna ride on later. It's kinda cool to see it from a new perspective. Yesterday was the furthest we've driven, and what was it, like 280 kilometers or something like that? 275 kilometers, and I'm a little sore, butt's a little sore, but we made it, and it was kind of a boring drive. Like once the rain is boring because like it's just like concentration, like the whole time. You can't like look anywhere. It's just like you're looking at the road. And then once the rain calmed down, we were just driving through these straight roads that were like just palm oil fields, or plantations is how they're marked here. And it was, I mean, it's pretty and it's nice, and the clouds are pretty and stuff, but it's a little dull. It's just straight. And I had the bike completely throttled, the throttle completely opened, like the whole time basically that we were driving through these things, and it was for like 2 hours. So the bike does 80 kilometers an hour max with me and Katie on it on a flat road. I know that for a fact.
You, me, and Gerber.
Oh yeah, Gerber, yeah, Katie's bag, all of our gear and everything, and then an extra thing of petrol, the whole works. But where we've ended up is kind of way out in the middle of nowhere-ish. And there are a whole bunch of resorts here that are sitting along this little river, and we are staying at one of them, and we have a little cabin, and I'm in the little cabin right now, and it's very green in the little cabin.
It's a lime green affair.
Yeah, it's a lime green affair. That's a deep Futurama reference. Anyway, so this is our little cabin, and
show the ceiling.
Katie.
Cool.
Oh yeah, the ceiling looks neat. We got a fan, and then like a angled ceiling that goes up like that.
I turned on the fan. It pushed all the
Hot air down. I did the same thing.
Oh.
I did the same thing. And it's just one little room. It's very, very clean in here. And that's a nice feature, by the way.
What's the little box?
This is some sort of electrical voltage. It says automatic voltage regulator. So they have dirty power here probably. And this is the restroom, obviously. And a little bit of a bummer that the shower is sitting right above the toilet. You know how that makes Katie feel. But I think we'll survive. There's a whole bunch of little cabins outside, and
There's also a swing.
there's a swing
There's a swing.
and a cat. What's his name?
Badul.
Badu. He was nice.
Yeah. Trying to get up in our cabin.
Yeah, he was.
Just taking over.
Let's go find some grub.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't eaten anything today except for like candy
Those
and some
fish
peanuts
crackers.
and the baby crackers. I didn't eat any. I made no baby crackers.
They ended up tasting, what did I tell you? They tasted like peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Yeah.
So do you assume that that's what babies taste like? Uh-oh, Katie, I found something interesting.
What is it?
It's what's waking you up in the mountain.
Chicken?
Yeah. You look like you're in some sort of like Jolly Green Giant land right now.
Yeah. I am.
Look how big this swing is. You gotta get the swing action, see? That's like it brings it to the people.
Yep.
They know what it's like. Get a little bit of motion there. I'm one of the people too. Is there room for me?
Mm-hmm. There's so many mosquitoes over here.
She said bring the mosquito repellent. We forgot some. So
We never brought any.
You're gonna get another disease.
Yeah. Or I'll give them a disease.
Yeah, it's possible you might be more disease filled than the mosquitoes.
Yep. Friggin' filthy.
Ooh, let go. We've driven down the road from our little resort that we're staying at, and we've driven through some towns, this little skinny road that runs along the river, and we've ended up at a little restaurant because we haven't eaten yet today. And normally, so when we traveled in Southeast Asia for a long time before, we got really tired of fried rice. But it's been so long since we've had it, I'm kind of like, sounds all right. And I know it's something that they're going to cook in a wok really hot right now, so it's not going to be something that comes off of it's been sitting out for a while type thing, and I think this is my best bet for getting something that's been cooked so hot it's going to be clean and fresh. So I ordered some fried rice, and Katie did as well, and it came out, and it looks pretty spectacular, actually. I was quite surprised at how well presented it is. We've got some vegetables, and I got chicken in mine. Katie's is straight up vegetables. And even though the fried rice came out looking pretty nice, it's not quite as nice as the view we've got from the little restaurant that sits along the river here. So when you come out here, the basic thing you want to do is you want to go and see some animals from river.
Did you even know you were going to be doing that?
Not really, no. From like a river cruise. And we're going on 3 different river cruises to see 3 different types of animals at 3 different times a day. So we went on the first one that started at 4 o'clock and went until right about now, which is like, I don't know, 6 or dusk. It's darkish.
6:15.
And they load you onto a boat with a bunch of other tourists, and at the same time all these other guest house areas are doing the same thing. So they're loading up all these boats with all these different tourists, and it started off kind of odd. And the very first thing he did is he beelined for this area, and he showed us all of this like foliage that had been kind of ripped down. And he was like, yesterday an elephant came through here. There's elephants here, by the way. An elephant came through here and destroyed all this area. And then you're like looking, and there's all these people like in this area, like waving sticks around. And then an elephant like charges out of the forest at them. And they're like, it's like these kids, and they're like throwing, like local kids, and they're like throwing sticks
and hitting
it
sticks on stuff.
And like antagonizing this elephant. And the elephant keeps like charging out and going back and forth, and you can kind of see, but you can't really totally see everything that's going on. And it was all somewhat suspicious. Like, is that?
And I just felt that elephant was very stressed.
Yeah, the elephant was very stressed out.
It was unneeded stress.
And there was a huge group of people on boats all watching it like it was planned
and it was just
almost.
And it was just like, snap the picture when the people are out of the way and the elephant is there. Like, snap the picture, and I'll tell my friends I saw an elephant in the wild. But really, you saw an elephant being extremely stressed out in a shitty situation. Like that was. We started off on that foot, and I was like, this is
going
to
be bad. It felt really weird, and we both looked at each other and we were like, is that elephant tied up?
Yeah,
like,
because you couldn't see the back.
You couldn't see the back of the elephant. You could just see the front. It really seemed staged. Like,
staged.
I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying it's pretty damn suspicious. And then they took us up another little cove where there were some elephants that you could barely see walking, which is fine. I don't care if you can barely see it.
I saw
you
really.
See the babies.
I got a good view.
But again, I saw a guy back there with the elephants. And then there was another dude like talking to the boat guy, like, and pointing, like they were like, I think they were herding the elephants back and forth along this area. And again, all the boats went there, and it seemed like it just really gives me the impression that the guest houses are paying people to herd these elephants into certain areas so white people give them money and take pictures.
Yeah. So the elephant thing seemed a bit staged, and a lot of people in the boat just seemed really naive. A lot of the things they were saying, I couldn't believe people were saying. Like, they're beating sticks on the thing, and they're like, oh, the elephant's just playing. No, dude, that is not.
Yeah, the elephant was. It looked pissed.
And.
But okay, to turn it around, then we went down another area quite far on this river, and there were unbelievable numbers of monkeys in the trees. Like, it was like just monkeys and monkeys and monkeys.
And the first monkey came, and I was like, I better get all my monkey viewing in that I can, because we may never see a monkey again. And then there was a monkey and a monkey and a monkey. It just went on and on.
And there were short-tailed macaws.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? And then long-tailed macaws, and then
proboscis.
Buscus is how he pronounced it. Proboscis
schnozzes.
Monkeys. They have these long noses, the females do, and then the males have got these big, like, huge noses.
Bulbous noses.
Yeah, bulbous noses.
And boners.
And boners. Yeah, there were boners happening.
Yeah, boners were all over the place.
And you saw them jumping through the trees and just like getting their snack on, and then
there was definitely no staging with that.
Yeah,
that
it was totally
just real wildlife.
Real monkey time.
Yeah.
And they were all like, they were just like this one tree, and they were all up in the tree and stuff, and it was like magical looking at them.
And they were just in their sunny spot.
Yeah.
I think they take you to the elephant first so you forget about it. Yeah. And you can't say you didn't see it.
And to get to the elephant on your own, you would have to take a ferry across the way and then maybe have your own transportation. I don't know. It probably was walkable. I'm kind of like inclined to go to that area and see if there's an elephant chained up. Like, I'm that suspicious about it, but I don't think we have time, unfortunately. But I'm really curious.
He's gonna drag me through the jungle.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag you through the jungle
and find out if this elephant is tied up. He would, and I would go with him.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Those ears and that tail better be wagging. That better be a happy elephant if he's tied up. If he's not,
maybe it's just an elephant that was just in somebody's yard. It could be. Who knows?
Let's never mind.
We just got done with our second river journey, and this one was at nighttime. and it was kind of creepy, to be honest, because we were looking for birds and stuff, which isn't so creepy. But we were also looking for crocodiles. And I asked him earlier, how big did the crocodiles get? And what did he say, 5 meters?
5 or 6 meters.
5 to 6 meters, which is ridiculous. I'm 2 meters, and that's ridiculous. But like, another one of me and then another half of that? That doesn't even make sense.
No.
So you're kind of like trolling along the river, and he's got this spotlight, and he's just, you can tell he knows where to look. Like, okay, the crocodiles hang out here in this type of tree. It's for this bird, because you can tell by where he's pointing the light and stuff. Like, he's specifically looking for certain things. And you're going through, like, sometimes there's like trees above you and stuff, and like all
You got hit in the head with a tree.
Yeah, a tree hit me in the head. He backed up and it got me in the back of the head.
It wasn't a big tree.
No, it wasn't a big deal. But it was right after seeing a little alligator, and it wasn't a big one. We only, crack. Oh, my bad. This little girl kept saying alligator on the boat. She's like 5. It's like stuck in my head.
I thought you were a Gator fan.
I'm a Gator fan.
I'm calling.
God, if anybody knows that, I'll be
so
blown
good.
away. So yeah, we saw a little gator, and he was just chilling.
It wasn't a gator. It was a croc.
Was it a croc? Damn it. The little croc. We saw a little croc, and he was chilling, and then he wasn't chilling anymore. And we actually saw another owl. We had seen one earlier today.
We saw
and this little bird.
at least 2 owls
Yeah,
while we were out tonight.
Yeah. And then we saw this little poofy bird taking a snooze.
He was literally like this far away from my head.
Yeah, the guy
It
took the
was
boat
right there.
really close to him. And,
And
the bird didn't even like react.
I didn't. Sometimes when you play video games, you play like this one like really intense area that it's not about speed and it's not about memory. It's about stealth. And I was in bird stealth mode. Like
Yeah, he was like right here.
you gotta hold your breath and just wait for that bird to pass by. He was sleeping.
And we saw some fireflies. Not like we had seen a couple nights ago. But we saw, there were some flying around and stuff. And I think the most impressive thing though was there's no moon right now, so the stars were just unbelievable.
We have gotten so lucky about the is it new moon when there's no moon?
Yeah, no moon time. Yeah, new moon I think. Yeah, and it was just we live in Tokyo, so like when you look up in the sky, it's like you're like if you see a star, you're lucky.
Woo!
So to come here and just completely see this band of stars above you, it's just unbelievable. Like,
It's like when you go to the planetarium and it feels like they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like it felt like you could just put them on.
yeah, just
I don't know.
stunning. If you live someplace where you can go out and see stars anytime, I'm really jealous of you.
I believe that we saw Venus tonight.
Yeah.
It was big and bright and in the sky.
And it seemed like it fell out of the sky way faster than the stars would have moved. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, that's planet, right? Isn't that how that works?
All I know is brightness. And I've made up a lot of like physics and astronomy things in my head.
How fast that bird moved by because he was close.
Oh, he was
so
close.
Venus is closer than the stars, so it moves faster. Isn't that how that works?
Bird. Doesn't make any sense. It's 6 a.m. and we're waiting to see if we can go on our river cruise. This will be the last cruise of our stay here at Greenview. And we weren't woken up at 5:30, so I wonder if they think it's raining too hard for us to go out on the water, but it's really not raining that bad. And we've heard some elephants trumpeting across the way. So I'm hoping that they come down here so we can get on the water.
We finished up the morning cruise, which is the third of the 3 cruises we're going to be going on. And a quick summary, like basically I think this tour has been really good. Aside from that mysterious elephant event that happened, everything else has been legit and really, really cool. So we got up this morning pretty early and we went out there when the sun was coming up,
and it was just, you know, a nice environment and everything, just to set everything. And we started seeing a lot of birds, and some of the other people on the boat are like bird people.
I thought that it was great, yeah, to actually see young people that are into bird watching.
Yeah, they're like in their 20s or early 30s, and they're like into birds. I was
just fascinated with that. Like, they had the book and the binoculars, and they were like, "What's this one and what's that one?" And I was like, "All right, this hobby will continue on."
Yeah, because I mean, in your head, it's like it's an old dude thing, right?
Yeah.
But it was cool, and these people were pretty into it, and they were like, "Oh no, that's this horn-billed goose, whatever."
Magpie.
Magpies, and I mean, we don't know anything about it, but it's cool to see these different birds. It's cool to see other people excited about it. And we ended up seeing a couple more proboscis. Is that what it was again? I don't remember. Proboscis monkeys. And one of them was like really high up in this tree, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, these fellows. I didn't even know that was here. And then we were going down the road, the river, and then this other dude made like the monkey symbol, you know, like yeah, do it again. Was that in the shot? Yeah. This other guide did that to our guide, so our guide turned around, and in a tree kind of in the background you could see orangutan. And dude was just chilling and climbing around in this tree, and like we saw it's wild. It's not in the zoo, you know what I mean? It's like there's a real orangutan there climbing up a tree, and he's like eating some like things off the tree and swinging around, and you're just like, whoa, I cannot believe we're looking at this.
Yeah.
And we ended up going up this like little offshoot off of the river, and you're going and like all these trees and stuff are over you, and it's really like, I don't know, it's this fantastic feeling, like going up this little thing, and then all of a sudden there's this huge tree, and it's full. There's like 5 or 6 orangutans in it, some babies, some bigger ones. There's a whole bunch of those
other kinds
like
of monkeys
smaller
with
monkeys.
Long tails.
There's some of those duck-billed horn gooses or whatever.
Ducks.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but these birds that all these people were quite excited about, like all these, this one tree, it was just full of them.
I don't know if you got footage of this, but we did get to see on the banks of the water, there were like smoothed out patches of mud where you could see that the crocodiles had slithered into the water.
Or out.
I guess I don't know which
yeah,
direction.
I didn't get a shot of that, but yeah, you could see.
Yeah, that was really cool.
The what would you call that? The runway?
The belly roll, the belly.
The belly way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The slip and slide.
The slip and slide.
And we saw a
spider. Giant spider. We've had pictures of spiders in the past on film, and it never accurately shows how big they are.
This was definitely as big as my hand.
Without a doubt, even bigger.
Could have been bigger, but I don't think it's as big as your hand.
Perhaps, maybe between our hands.
Somewhere between.
Yeah, it was just, and it was like over the water, and like the boat, if he had gone in the wrong area, you could have caught a spider web in the face. Like, it was pretty freaky. This is a big spider.
And that spider would have eaten you.
Yeah. But he said they don't have poisonous spiders here, so you bet I.
He didn't say they didn't have spiders that that spider could do whatever he wants.
There are monkeys keeping an eye out for that spider, let's put it that way.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, then we just shot back up the river to our place, and like they gave us some kind of boring food with some fruit. The fruit was nice, and now we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
We got places to be, y'all.
Teeming with life! There were so many animals in this episode, it's ridiculous.
What's this?
What is that?
It's that little bird, man.
Oh yeah, that little bird was amazing. I got to be so close to it, and it was still snoozing.
Yeah, could you hear him snoozing, or like, was he just hiding, or was he snoozing?
He was He was out. I think if he woke up, he would be like, "How did everybody get in my room?" You know, like he'd be really freaked out by the audience.
I love that we saw these orangutans and these monkeys, and there was an alligator or a crocodile. I can't remember. I got them wrong in the video. Which was it? It's a crocodile or alligator down there? Crocodile. Yeah, alligators are in Florida. And
I'm just lost on that.
you corrected me in the video, but I don't remember which one.
I was very knowledgeable in the video.
You were. You had it on
Now,
point.
not so knowledgeable.
But yeah, we saw these amazing animals, like little puffy bird.
The little puffer bird was really
It was
cute.
really funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you enjoyed this, there's actually going to be a bunch more animal stuff coming up in the next Borneo video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then subscribing will be a good way to make sure you get to see that. And if you don't want to subscribe, or you want to make sure you find out that we're putting up more videos, we have an Instagram where we post a bunch of stuff, but also announcements about new videos, and Facebook and Twitter, and we have a Reddit page, and there's also a companion website that's in the description of this video on YouTube that you can find a link to that, and then see some pictures and stuff that went along with this video and all of our other videos.
And if you want to get involved and make more videos like this happen, we have a Patreon page, and that is where everything gets possible.
Yeah.
That's where everything gets possible.
Yeah, that is. That's the reason that we're able to make these videos and afford to do all this traveling and stuff is through the people who support us on Patreon. So if you want to help making more videos like this, that's a great way to do it.
And yeah, just going there and getting involved in that area, you'll get stuff that other people aren't getting. So,
well, a little bit.
A little bit.
Not...
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the best way to help us keep making more stuff like this.
Sure.
And then other things we've got coming up, there's one more hitchhiking video. And then that series is going to be finished, and we're going to be moving on to Hong Kong videos, and then a whole bunch of other stuff, a bunch more Borneo, and then we got to come up with more plans.
Yes, I do have to come up with more plans, but we'll announce those plans when they're planned.
All right, thanks everybody.